Hey y'all, it's Aviva Tamar, your happy high priestess, here with another tarot card reading for you. And today I'm going to do something new because it's been a while and I want to start something that I do on a regular basis. So today we are going to be doing a relationship assessment where we kind of dive deep into a relationship that you have with another person and how you guys are consciously and subconsciously relating to one another and how you can navigate the relationship a little bit better. Well, let's get started. This spread is called the Alchemical Spread, and it is by Rose Gwain. It is from the book Discovering Yourself Through the Tarot. And again, that is by Rose Gwain. And this alchemical spread, again, is meant to help you assess the subconscious relationships that you have with another person. So what I want you to do at this moment is to think about one specific person with whom you want to improve your relationship. Okay. So this could be someone that you have a tumultuous relationship with, or this could be someone that you have a rather peaceful relationship with that you just want to improve. Okay. This could be a love reading, or it could just be family. This is going to be very, very general. It may or may not apply to you. So your responsibility here is to follow your own intuition. Pay attention to your subconscious. When does your mind go, oh, well, that sounds familiar? That's when your intuition is being like, hey, this is a thing you should pay attention to because it applies to your life, okay? I am just reading off symbolism that generally applies to general human experiences. Your job is to figure out where you can apply the advice. Ready, set, go. Now, the first card that I'm going to pull is just your conscious energy in relationship that is in direct relationship with that person, because everyone wears a different mask depending on who we're with. So who are you consciously when you're with this person? And we got the Page of Wands jumping out all dramatic like. Okay, so the Page of Wands, this dude is rather immature. And actually, it's not even necessarily a dude. The pages are rather androgynous. So this is more of a childlike energy rather than a male or female energy. Okay. So the pages are all rather immature. The Page of Wands focuses mainly on their feelings, their emotions. So this is a person who is more artistic, who is more emotionally driven, who is more creative, more passionate, who's willing to show their passion a little bit more than someone who would be like a Page of Swords. So yeah, your Page of Wands is a fiery, passionate, creative, but also still kind of immature. So not a very high emotional IQ, maybe a little impulsive and driven by sexuality. That would be the Page of Wands. Okay. So that would be your energy. Okay. Now this is the other person's conscious energy when they are around you. Wow. That went in another direction. And we have another page. We have the Page of Pentacles, not the Page of Swords, the Page of Pentacles. Now, the Page of Pentacles is very different from the Page of Wands because it is the Pentacles energy, obviously. So the Pentacles energy is really slow moving, grounded energy. The Pentacles are your senses, your feel, what you can see, what you can hear. These are people who are very evidence-based thinkers. They don't really believe things that they can't see evidence of. They like to weigh out every possible option. The Page of Pentacles in particular, because they are very immature, they tend to over-prepare for things. So it takes them a little bit longer to get things done. That would be the Page of Pentacles energy. So you are a Page of Wands. They are a Page of Pentacles. And consciously already we see that you guys have some differences, but you can balance each other out a little bit. So that's good. You have the ability to balance each other out. that person probably slows you down a little bit. You probably drag them forward, kicking and screaming a little bit. So this is already, it's kind of an immature relationship, but it's not a bad relationship. It has the potential to be really good. So let's see what else we got here, okay? Our next cards are your subconscious minds, okay? So just your subconscious mind and then the other person's subconscious mind. So let's get that going. Oh, there it is. Oh, no! No, what have you done? Pardon me. Okay, so this dramatic little card, of course, was the Page of Cups. So your subconscious energy is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is, again, a more immature energy. Like the Page of Wands, they can be a little bit more impulsive because they're, you know, less driven by logic and evidence and more driven by emotions and feelings and what do I feel? What feels right? You know, like I am this at times, so I totes understand how it feels to be in that Page of Cups energy. You know, that kind of like, oh, but how does it feel? The Page of Cups is very romantic, gets very caught up in fantasies, can daydream a lot. So you seem like a very artistic daydreamer kind of person. You seem very flowy and energetic. You're probably really bubbly. You may still be very young. And if you're not physically young, you're probably very young at heart. You probably have a lot going on. Yeah, because this Page of Wands and Page of Cups energy is a very like active socialite kind of energy, it seems. Okay, let's keep going. What is the other person's subconscious energy? There it is. Subconsciously, this person is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, that's really funny. Subconsciously, they are a more mature Wands energy than you, but they present as Pentacles, as an immature Pentacles energy. That's really interesting. So they also have an emotionally driven kind of aspect to themselves. It's just that you, because you have a more immature way of thinking, sorry to share, their subconscious is more mature than yours. This is sorry. This Queen of Wands is more mature than that Page of Wands. It's more mature than that Page of Cups, okay? Because the Queen of Wands has an emotional intelligence level. The Queen of Wands has the ability to step back from her emotions and assess them, okay? The Queen of Wands has the ability to not let her emotions control her while still being in tune with her emotions and honoring her emotions, okay? The Page of Wands just goes with their emotions no matter what they are. This is the kind of person who gets into fights a lot, the Page of Wands. Thankfully, the Page of Cups kind of cools them off a little bit, but you know what I'm saying here. The Queen of Wands doesn't get into fights, but she fucking finishes them. So this other person, they present consciously as this Page of Pentacles who takes their time and plans ahead, but under the surface, they are driven by emotion and passion and creativity just as you are. You know, you just probably aren't aware of that. So now that we have these cards, we're going to do the fun part, my favorite part of this spread, which is the shadow projections. How are you projecting shadow aspects onto this other person, and what shadow aspects are they projecting onto you? Okay, so let's see. How do you see this other person? Ooh. So you see this person with the King of Wands energy. Now, the King of Wands shadow aspect is like a show-off, like a show-offy, overt narcissist type, okay? So you are interpreting this person as kind of a show-offy person. You see this person as being probably more mature than you. You probably see this person as being more cold and masculine and more logically thinking. But you do seem to recognize that passionate underbelly. It's just that they're the difference between the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands is rather subtle, okay? Because we're getting into these, like, the aspects that are associated with gender here. The aspects that are associated with the Queen of Wands is that emotionally intelligent, passionate, compassionate kind of woman. And the King of Wands is this, like, fun uncle. You know, it's like that fun uncle that you have, that you hang out with, who does all the cool stuff and does, like, the Donald Duck voice and, like, brings fun gifts and stuff whenever he hangs out, because he's, like, the cool uncle, right? The funny uncle. He, like, does funny tricks and, like, tells jokes to make everybody laugh. That's the King of Wands. He's like this funny, show-offy, fatherly type that likes to make people laugh and make people happy. The King of Wands is more focused on other people's emotions, whereas the Queen of Wands is more internally focused. That's how I'm reading it at the moment. So let's keep going here. But so far, you're not projecting, like, the wrong thing. You're not completely off base here. You seem to have some clarity as far as, like, who they are. And they are projecting the Knight of Pentacles onto you. Okay. You know, this is a really funny thing that I notice about this reading, is that your conscious aspect tends to be what you are projecting onto the other person subconsciously. So this person is a conscious pentacle, right? Subconsciously, they are projecting a pentacle onto you. You are consciously a wand, and you are subconsciously projecting a wand onto the other person. Now, the difference is that you are correct in assuming that this person is more of a wands type that is emotionally driven. Your projection is not super off base. However, they see you as a Knight of Pentacles, which is very much not what you are. According to these cards here, you are a very passionate and emotionally driven person, and a Knight of Pentacles is not. This person is not aware of your deep emotional feelings. This person is not aware of how passionate you are. This person sees you as a more slow-moving person the way they are. They seem to be assuming that the good qualities they see in themselves are what they are seeing in you, okay? They're not seeing you for who you really are. And that's the point here. Let's keep going and see how you're consciously and subconsciously relating to each other in other ways. For that, we are going to pull out the other deck, the other part of the deck. All right. So, consciously, you are relating to one another. How are you consciously relating to one another? Ooh, consciously we have the Three of Swords here, my friends. So consciously you may be going through some shit. You may be dealing with some difficult times right now. It could be that you guys are separated at the moment. It could be that one person has been, one or both people have been let's say not so savory. Let's say maybe not the best partner, okay? This doesn't already, the way you relate to each other, whether or not you're compatible, the way you're relating to each other consciously is not good. You appear to have some sort of like life lesson going on here in your relationship. Subconsciously, let's see what's going on. What's happening beneath the surface here? That is multiple cards. Okay, we got Temperance and the Moon. So we have secrets and we have taking our time. Okay. Temperance and the Moon. The Moon is, like I said, secrets. It's things that are hidden, things that are subconscious, and it's in the subconscious position. Temperance is taking your time and weighing your options and thinking things through. So subconsciously, it's like there's like this secretive mulling over of the options. if this is a romantic relationship, it does not look very well committed and very stable, if I'm gonna be honest. And because it's we don't have the devil, okay? So I'm not gonna say like someone's cheating or anything like that. That's not what's going on here. What I will say is that this relationship doesn't seem to be a very open and honest one. Like, it's not a terrible relationship, but it's also not a very stable one at the moment. It's going to require talking over these secrets. Temperance is kind of connected to like spirituality or connection with the divine. It's kind of taking that path towards balance. So subconsciously, it seems like one person is trying to keep secrets while the other one is trying to heal and find balance. That's a problem. I don't like that. So if that's what's really going on here, this is an issue. All right, I'm getting some clarity here. Whoa. Okay. So you relate to your subconscious with the Three of Pentacles energy. And that is, okay. So you relate to your subconscious with this Three of Pentacles energy, right? That Three of Pentacles energy is collaboration. It's hard work. It's putting yourself out there. So between this Page of Wands, this Page of Cups, and this Three of Pentacles energy, you seem like you're just starting to work on something that you're really passionate about. And like you're at the very beginning of some sort of creative journey. And this other person does not see that aspect of you. They are projecting on you this slow moving and kind of dull-witted kind of person, because in the shadow aspect, the Knight of Pentacles is more of a slow and they're not a thinking type, okay? They're not a thinking type of person. This Knight of Pentacles in their shadow aspect does not do a whole lot of thinking, okay? This is the kind of person. A Knight of Pentacles in their shadow aspect is a flat earther, okay? Water is flat on the surface, so the earth must be flat, right? I looked out at the horizon and didn't see the curve, so the earth must be flat. That is a Knight of Pentacles in their shadow aspect. They're not really thinking. They're going with what they see and using that as evidence, but they're not using real logic or science. That is a shadow Knight of Pentacles. So that would be what this person would see you as, which is not pleasant. You see them as a King of Wands, which is a very show-offy, maybe non-committal, emotionally driven person. You're not super off because they are the Queen of Wands subconsciously. They present as this Page of Pentacles. They see you as this Knight of Pentacles. And they relate to their subconscious with the Star energy. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. The Star energy is very hopeful and very aspirational. However, with the Moon energy here also, their subconscious doesn't seem to be very easily accessible to them. Like, that Queen of Wands on both sides of her is the nighttime. And so everything is dark. And with the Star, when that's in a shadow aspect, that's a situation where you feel like you are in this darkest place and you have this one thing that you are clinging to. That is what seems to be going on beneath the surface here with this other person, is that they are this more passionate and emotional person, but they feel like they're trapped and they're not willing to expose that part of themselves, okay? Which could be why they are projecting the Knight of Pentacles onto you, because they may be envious of your ability to be in your Wands energy and project that and be like, hey, look at me, I'm amazing, right? They may be jealous of your ability to do that, okay? And that could be why they're kind of projecting this negative thing onto you. You need to be aware of what you're projecting onto them. The fact that you may see them as, you know, you may see them as show-offy, you may see them as non-committal, you may see them as emotionally driven. And although you may not be completely off, you still don't know exactly what's going on in their mind. And even that person doesn't appear to know exactly what's going on in their subconscious mind, which means that they don't really have control over their actions. So when they act a fool, you know to just ignore it and go in the other direction and not associate with that person. Okay, so if this person starts popping off and this relationship starts getting really tumultuous, that I would not stick around, okay? That is my personal opinion based off of what I see here. Again, you do what feels right for you. You do what feels correct. Don't just do what I say because I said it. I'm just a random person on the internet and I don't know your personal situation, okay? But from my personal experience, if you are in a relationship, one that has a conscious energy of the Three of Swords, which is heartbreak and conflict and just difficulty. The Three of Swords is just constantly being in a state of loss. You know, that's not good. And subconsciously, this person is keeping secrets, even from themselves. And that is not going to build a positive relationship. So what you need to do, my friend, is figure out what you want from a relationship, figure out if that's what you're getting from this one, and get out of it if it's not. Okay? That's just my personal advice. Okay, this was a reading. This was a rating. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to pull out another deck. I'm going to put these ones away, so give me one moment. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out some cards from the Rebel deck. Here we go with the Rebel deck. What message do we need to hear right now? What message do we most need at this moment? Woo, 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 woo. Okay, this is probably a good one if that reading like rang true for you, if you really feel like this relationship is feeling tumultuous and all that. What you got is shame, regret, and guilt. Those are just bullshit. Forgive. Let that shit go. Yeah. Like, yeah. Just forgive yourself. Forgive the other person. It is very difficult. It is a long road. I will not say that it is easy, and it may not be the right path for everybody, but forgiveness can help. Forgiving yourself for being in that situation, because it's not necessarily your fault, especially in a lot of abusive situations. It's not your fault for being in that situation. Shame, regret, and guilt are natural when you start realizing what mistakes you've made, but holding on to them does not help you grow. Okay? Forgiving yourself for the past, forgiving yourself for those transgressions, and then moving forward, taking the next correct step. That is what helps you move past that blame, that self-blame, and that guilt. Okay? Take that first step in the right direction and forgive yourself for the past mistakes. Yeah. All right. That's a good way to end. Just let it go. I'm not going to sing. I'm not going to sing at you. I'm sorry. So we're going to let that shit go like Elsa, and I'm going to get going out of here. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day. This has been Aviva Tamar. Please like the video and stuff. Okay. Bye.